I don't lay bokutin at table. I don't know which one you want pick from. But Michael Coker say, he no go trust the AstraZeneca vaccine because right out of the gate, them bungle and studies. He say right out of the gate. Nino J say, himself not believe, he feels say na fake news about Emerson. Brankoja say, if the politicians them, then they refuse for take the vaccine, why the citizens them for take them? Mabinti Kamara say, Triple A, he say, we're not for even get discussion on this one. He say, because the president and at the head of the country, so he get for be the first one for taker. Anytime they ask, how go no self if not the right one? Because all the time, then I lie no more than they lie. Matthew Enobi on the one for Emerson, say people and just want for bring and can down, but God no go allow them. Like I said, a lot of things we don't lay on that table. Then make we begin for calm with we panelists them. Make we a summary for the week. Because Bokutin don't deal. So you just left to waiting you reader. Pick up and want for lay at the table. Yes, Usfriend. Welcome on board, sir. You summary for the week, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. And thanks to all listeners and viewers then. And I only hope say things then will work out the way we want them always at the country. But the issue of Salone now, we don't look at from this aspect of the economic fallout and how development and infrastructure you need for be done. Because when you look at us, most of the aspects them we don't go on, you realize say now most of the development we don't go on, especially for a period of time. You look say most of them then get this issue of how people get their life will be transformed, how the civilians then get this thing be achieved by those who are responsible. But usually it gets beaucoup factors in, but one of the main factors what I still say now you don't call Salone, most of them think they are now something to do with the method where then they apply in some of these issues and how they were able to bring them up. In other words, that pattern where they will say now so now this way I will put and sustain so that people then will able to get development life. So now you can always bring a fallout. And based on that fallout, they will know the day and the economy, and it brings the economic collapse where people will say, oh, this country trying out, this cannot develop. Because they're enabling the human capital for enabling environment, of course, but we know the Salone in the sub-Sahara country there. But when they look at development, inclusive growth, for like go see this growth in the yield for like better go day from that small thing what again I will multiply. It depends the method they get where they apply. So that thing will day. Because we get the system where they get waiting will compose of a low and you get the lower class, you get the low class, and you get upper and middle, and then they get the high group of the people where Sunday they say some they are fragile group. You see, the groups are quite different because even when you go say, okay, I get low, I get the medium, I get the one, but yeah, now when you don't look at the system, you actually get people who they right down there, and then some of them they're halfway down there, and then you get the one that we go say, okay, then when they look the high up, they get the one they look right up. So in both of the groups, they get intermediate group. So you go find out the development where they come, those people the way they come, I will be there for them, will get a way for let things go before. It will affect maybe one side or it will influence one side, but because of maybe the gap they wouldn't get from one stage to the other stage, it will get another sub stage. So you will find out say waiting then go able for look. Now waiting and we see well now we will look at waiting this thing we want for do, waiting if for be, waiting they make it be. So we will able for say we work together. The reason why it is like some of the areas are still like cannot hospital issue now. You will find out say That the method where they apply for that development they come in, and mostly the infrastructure instead it can affected. You find out the economy, will grow. Then you find out the how that capital, human capital, the section will grow. It's instead now slow because you dey get one gap in between, and then the ones where they like in the low and low at middle, then when they stop for the one they would low not get, because the first forget. Then they get the middle, they wouldn't see between middle and higher. They that gap back, and we'll see well like how they depend. So you go find out that growth today it will be very, very slow. And you answer capital day and the economy and the policy they wouldn't put, they not work. So you go see say back an area where they say for an example now, people have been there in Belgium. Because of some of the method they wouldn't apply, for people that don't do it for long, you find out say it don't they see say they do something when I'm more than they feel openly. But people that they complain say, well, why are they doing this? People don't see that they sell quick, don't go sell to the place. So you see how the police don't sign a communique where you say now between them and the Belgium guys. So but what's your question? And I go ask now one side, no one they look for say that this, no one expect say them for do. Waiting will distract them for not selling at that place there. Or waiting we will put in place for them where they not sell things that wouldn't be thief or things that were not legal or things that we not work for. So all of these kind of things, you will say how now because of that method we then use, so that we're able for CC will get an enabling place. And when you get an enabling environment, I think you think of development they can, but it is based on waiting when they provide the people that effort when they put for transform their lives. In other words, a kind of an operational increase. Operational increase for let people and go able for access. Go get the cost versus the services them. All those areas that they go see say back, then get areas that we then go say, well, here, when we want for say, let we put we own lawyer back, we get for evaluating how the people and they get the service of this. So then will still bring that economic growth because say like for example, the electricity, people and they say, will they pay for electricity? But because of the they get the actual service, then the service provider, they able to give the sign say that this I will give equivalent to waiting the person service day. I will increase the price without having anything way proportional to waiting that they pay for. But I know they engage anybody who want to know. I know they make a survey. I know want to know the impact. Only people and then go able to afford that before I go increase her. Or let me get for develop the place. Say like you get the generation section, like the common, I develop them. Or I develop the side when I the circulation side, when I the distribution, when I the cable there. So you will find out say that you can't develop them. You don't put that side people and would they say, lab won't know what people need for this service. If I even know, I just forget that support service day. And I would tell that support service day, the one where they say people then will able to get help while they will able to get their service. You know what they form like a group of people who wouldn't go they get for this committee, they look into how the people feel about the service. And now who shall we for improve? And then waiting we expect from them. Instead, the way it looks, some people are very sensitive to price changes. So they know they survey because some of people what they make them become susceptible fragile to prices because they're the vulnerable group, and the vulnerable group are like they look at the group, like they get the low and the lower them want them. So some of them very sensitive, either because what them they get income or their age, but you not go on for no that survey day. Because you not get that advice to group where you go say that then go look for that go able for know the customer in thing what I go do what I for do all and not just say what I go refer themselves. But say okay, what are the girl problem like get side because we not go say people and get for get money in a salon for them go give them the other country. But again, the government go say or the one the institutional get there, then go say well here now we own side this what we go able for do. But it all come to that management and development, infrastructural growth, the method they will use so that they will able for help. It govern many things. So that's why number one the government have to think about. So that the one that will they up the recovery road, because we don't expect say, a recovery because of past things that we don't they get, because the infrastructure will bring strong. So they reflect on waiting they don't left there. So anybody we can they fight for reach that roadmap of development. Some of them they can intentionally for say we're gonna have this development, but how we go able to apply then they miss the concept, then they miss the method where they do. That accountability survey, they come, where them will act on them. That data where they say that 10 people in there and people that we interpret that data there. We will know how that data they go work. We know that how many people that will need water like in a day. We they interpret that message there. We don't have the young one then. We don't the young was already uphill. We don't they go for give more power with the first they go. All those is based on that data when the interpreter and that where would they manage the economy so that tomorrow we go able for go before we know go just day where in the World Bank go come that International Development Association they can they do so then they can fund way because those are things them wouldn't plan for sin identity and one for what we do because like the development of electricity and they try so what thing they do then they try for say they can bring fund for una. But it is up to how una be don't see the existing areas then. These are the faults from surveys that we only do. Like this for don't do, who for don't develop the place. But if we already identify the problems, so when the development funds are coming, it's not gonna work well because you apply them per area where it's not needed. And then the areas where it is needed, that development will go. So you go see that stagnation they happen. And when the stagnation they happen, and what they bring about, it is cost versus services. The people that will begin to say, oh well, instead of the prices, they hold the price, then they increase the service for we. Instead, then they increase the price and then they restrict the service. So you get forget proposal, you get for look about this because you think about whether you want to give that service day so that it will develop in life. So that will say human capital growth day. You will look for a positive growth or the infrastructure will put it will do sustain like we're looking at the stadium. All of those things will they make room say if this make so we will replace or another plan B for the development to go. But I only hope say God will able for help so that the development will go say and go do like say the youths in that place in Belgium. They say they will not sell, they have to produce something for them who would distract them. You know, go easy. We know the something they do is well, but now it's in a market area because we know see Sierra Leone now kind of a free trade area around that sub-Sahara area. But in order for that market system, it go enhance that free market. Now we dey look at things them. Now we see with the other secondary things them at a cheaper rate. Just for example, then we go make that market there. Them boys that when they can't sell that market there, then you can't buy them here. Then that would distract them for sell. When they go sell, they would make a kind of association for them. So we would develop areas they will know so they left for buy them thing they wanna far fetch or thing they want to come off far. But we will make it at a price for them. We will even go arrange for them. Say like then Congo them when they buy. We say okay, we attract the price. We go responsible. Instead of we say okay, look, we divide the fund, we go put them by development, but the development you need it, but not to in that way they. Because that man there is a bit business, a bit ton. It is a hustle. But if you say okay, now they distract you now for tell you say, yeah, me you can't develop because we say don't develop this year. Those are just things. I don't say they are easy, it's an overnight, but these are all road work and the one they will be able for sure the growth and now that long road recovery, it will become shorter. Now that one my only hope say that sector development there is what are we putting in place? What in the people they need? Would they able for survey? Would they able for know the price there? More people are sensitive. Would they did it? And then go say, well, tomorrow with the TINAP, we no agree. So they see say the development they can because whether they bring one aspect, as in the student will receive them, then they receive them in a way where it is very hot, then go say, no, we don't want this. Because Then they see say the service wouldn't they get, they go with the cost what the people and they get. Or the money wey una don count say una do this is not equivalent to wetin una say for do. Sometimes the people dem might not know, but how dem go know now is na infrastructure. Na when dem go for go get the service e no dey work. Electricity is good generation and good distribution and resilience, and instead of giving excuse say na thief dem dey thief, wetin I get for do? I have to secure the place where electricity dey become distributed. It's not an easy thing. So because I dey bring the fund instead of the government, they don't make that millions of leons of dollars for just go try put that small thing there, then go left and there, then go back and bring the other one. So by the time you dey jigsaw all this, you look am, you go see say not to one body of development, because I not try for bring a big area of generating the fuel. I not try for bring good resilience in terms of the cable them or this or the distribution. And then the cut-off points that the people and they go get, then they also they call back on looping. That on looping, there are some people and they get sideways a current, they come out of the line where the transformer, like there's somebody was, so you dey see say electricity it increase, and some of them cable there, then they get the resistance. What they get for getting within themselves. When the resistance they come, then they become high temperature, then they cause fire, working reflect on the people, and because now on looping that they use, the current when they come out from directly from the transformer in that current high day, then they can't do on looping. And that people then your area also near cut off area, and then they can't join 4, 3, 4, 5 people what it be say now instead of one man they get that one day, then the other one they come back now 3 or 4 people the current in power, and so the circuit they go. And the cable size back they affect. So all they want and then is for develop, but all the development it gets for be uniform because these are my electricity. So you go see say that money way and say, oh, you don't can give, we don't can we put a relay some side, but because we don't know how this thing they work, say when we generate, we dey try to distribute so that the person get. So in between this area, we just for secure them. Even here in the UK and Europe, then are the problem with people and get how to secure these things because they are expensive things, the copper, and some of them their resilience, then are the thickness of them. So all these kind of things, they say don't put them in place. So the people and you're not going to blame the people and say, well, now because of the good thief the cable, which is actually vandalism. But again, you get to know say these things then they attract somebody where they are now that low and lower middle something because in the time for secure and not go down like that poor man. Then in the time for reach up between. So you see all these kind of things today. But it all comes to the efforts and sustainable proposal they wouldn't they put for letting go able to say we no wait for the international development fund can give it. We don't put that fund there to a certain area where we want to be, then we not see it reflect on waiting to get for me. And thank you very much for giving the platform. And I hope then would they think about the vulnerable people then and how then they implement their strategies their level get economic growth and infrastructural development. And that economic fallout let drop people and wherein them when they do things, then would they always try to help they instead of where they go, where they see they go. But because we not put the method of multiplying those things, you they see then they come, then give some money, then give a loan, or then they say you put 50, would they put for you 25, or they put 100%, would they put the 50% of that one day, so it will develop. But if they come to you be able to know the needs, you don't survey, you be asked, you been get a support method, you been get for look for know what people they need, they go able for evaluate and make things go before, or you just start to introduce them. So if they say not a fast method, now more of gradual method. We sustain the areas then now we they say this na areas they are for bring in fast, then we will say are they make them fast so that while are they make them fast, are they ready something at the side, we are they put the when a cushion where it will last longer, they just go it dry out. So thank you very much. as long as they know the characteristic or the attribute or like what they should say when they see country develop, which they get for see. Because the donors then will reach a point, then will say we are not gonna be going this point. Because most of them get a term. And most of the developed countries and they get out the issue of this economic recession. That's the drive for cut down AIDS. Because when you look at leaked information from the UK here, they say they plan for reduce most of the year from last year now. Some halfway last year. For see that they plan for reduce certain aid them with them bland D. And we'll get a thing with them they call DFID, even though they try for change them. One main area for developed salon. So you know what they don't give. So by that time they go say that we're not gonna add back. No, after we don't develop economy. So all these kind of things so that will make use of that one day, and then we'll go now for we end up with loans, and then the ones that will sometimes are grants will be get when a one of grants will not be start with them, so we can cushion, and then we'll self own development for economy, then we'll be able for help. And thank you one more time for help for giving the platform. And let God continue to help me. And thank you again one more time. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
God bless you too, sir. Thank you very much for your time. Yes, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah.
Another thing will be past now me radar we are not being able for talk about. Now waiting the ambassador. The EU ambassador waiting he be say this week. Where he say in appeal to all the political leaders for make sure that you move from intentions to actions. Political leaders in Sierra Leone. This why they want them where they help we. They want the who can run to quick. They want them where themselves can actually they don't pump money inside Sierra Leone. The other day, Ambassador Tom Vance, I don't forget how much amount he say the EU don't pump inside Sierra Leone for development. But not to be small money. If you see, it talk say, we need now for come up our intention them. And for begin with action, I think say this one if it means something to we. Look how this caller. Yes, caller, are live on here? You name and side call from, please.
Good evening. This is Mata Eronobi.
Yes.
Pass na Mio Reda.
Carry on.
Today. Now this mortuary issue.
Okay.
And today I feel so embarrassed, but at the same time I feel so upbeat. If the way I see that woman, did they argue Dr. Owis today? If not so, they're already in authority. Go na each department. Go see what's in the happen, what did they go wrong. Then chastise the people that were in charge of that. I think by now for don't go far. Or the law of the country, Salon, then the law of the country, the judiciary, really the need for uphold them. Because if you know say what you do wrong, they go fire you, or they go sue you for the wrong thing what you do. Believe you when they give you a job, you go be serious, you go be committed because you know that somebody get for car you can't check. But today what they listen this morning, say a network when they argue Dr. Owis, if I know some people are clearly.
Yes, nine.
And the lady, right, and the lady where say na the minister na instead you know, I say what side this lady be done the all this time when not be don't go check if now if I not the like above Dr. Owis, what side be the way not be don't go check or monitor at least or see what thing they go on. Why now it embarrass the doctor, you know, this much, you know, at the same time the alternate will give each other chance for listening to each other. So that not a good example. You know, everybody will just talk. So now we get clearly who's at fault, who's not at fault, or who should have been doing the monitoring for avoid all this motor man they don't na streets because I go say na streets. The body then they smell. They're not able to think safe na sickness then they bring to the community, to the nation, because this sickness go to fly in the air. we get corona, you get Ebola. Nobody no know all these things. Then I just left the body like so. None no more na me own problem. If the judiciary or the monitoring or the accountability system na salon, people like can really grab for do their job. Like where I see that woman be they talk today. If they know her every blessed day, believe it. Even the market woman na street. If you can't go in market, you put on a street, you charge person the wrong price, or you put on sign up for put on in food not clean. Somebody grab and say no, not do this. By the time you do and 10 good times, everybody I go be so salon don't change or not to like a trade. So now this 9 past na me read and normal as far as accountability is concerned. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Martha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
This is Ezekiel, they call from Oregon.
You get the platform, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. First of all, I want to say thank you so much where you they take your time for be an interpreter for a lot of things the way they happen in our country. You they do what thing really the meaning of media for be media basically literally in an intermediary way they explain things from the source to the people and for let them get them in the original form and clear manner. The interpreter now somebody way they get a whole lot of control. If you go now another country, you they only speak English, then the other person, people away then did it, and then they speak one English. So if you get one way they speak the language and they speak that English. So you way now a speaker at that place, you are the mercy of that person where they interpret for you. We don't see in many cases the interpreter they change some message the way they say because now they not the community now understand what in that particular language mean. To you it can be a fun language, but to them it can be a curse word. So the interpreter get a whole lot of job where it do where it make the people and the citizenry way then they listen to that person. It make the job easy and things and clear for let the people understand them. And that's Sierra Network they do. They simplify the thing, make it simple. Yesterday I listened to one smart man. He talks. He said the more way they become smarter, he said now the more way they make things and simple. Anybody where they try for speak big terms them by English now for look and better one. Waiting way they try for achieve. The man way in knowledgeable parenting and they don't understand see for let the other man understand what he had to talk. I need for calm down to the language way then they understand. So now that's a Sierra Network they do for we. Thank you very much. The one thing we you touch on actually where it grabbed me attention. This now something we become on even the 10 web they do me MBA program now the class. The American people and then they always wrestle with China. They begin to talk about the development. We've been to talk about international business. So then talk about China involvement in Africa. Why then they left Europe and America behind. Then CNC now bad things that way China they do, way then they go, even simple job where people have for do, then they go do them. I'll be so quiet because I won't forget a really good foundation of that story. As time that goes on, it begin dawn on me. I begin for give me clarity of some of the premises of why that they happen. China, the way how they do things, obviously it get advantage and disadvantage. Then they take on to a different level where they make actually the disadvantage with people and to some extent. Because if somebody there for drive tractor, will not need Chinese man for drive tractor. However, I love their system, their plan. Even the money way, then the loan way. Then they follow that money they for make sure say what you say you they do them. Because then they can't with them people for let them do it. Because then don't find out say Africa now so we did. Europe, how long we go land? How long we go land? When I feel say that talk then and better talk. When they talk then they just they laugh. Because when they go back for even ask for result. Now the very man where you go give the money where you tell Allah implement something, not implement, now back you they go ask. So tell me about what he don't do. Of course he go pile up nonsense and can't tell you say that this I don't begin for do. When they go land? Una land from China now. Una won't be done us alone for how many years? una for no say anytime una loan they give we money, they need to use them. What they need for user? Look the COVID money first way then give it. What did they do? Wait, the Gambia, they fly ambulances from Turkey. We now the big truck motorcade for themselves. Now they do. If that money come up from China, in fact, in an ambulance they can. If an ambulance you want, now they can it. You know they give you damn money. Europe now they're for listing and land from China instead of them begin criticizing. Some money we know say Europe not go send people in Africa for let them go turn dirty inside tractor. Obviously. But send some diplomats from some people away there for they at the ground, engineers. If you send that money for let them go make bridge, send engineers, let them monitor and they make sure it's done. When una go land from China, you know, and nonsense when they sit and una left from thinking and then it begin for implement. Good luck with that. They're not going to listen to nothing. How long? Now just this nonsense plan. Oh, we want to do this. No, we don't pass that stage now. We want to do it. You know, look at the money way and the waste. You know, you need it for study, whether we need overpasses, na salon or street light. You don't need to study that. You don't need, you know, it's basically looking for their friends and put them past something where they go pay them for 1 year, then they pay them the taxpayers' money for go do study. Study for waiting. The waiting for don't do now. People are waiting for don't do the work. Let them give you budget. Say now so amount we need for get overpasses, 10 overpasses in these particular locations, and how much of street light in these particular areas, and this how much it cost. Period. Waiting for go study for. Study what? Like say we don't know. Even the class 1 picking no say Freetown streets like need light. What did they study for? All waste of money. Simplicity. You know, Fatima Bio cost back the canto owner. Who's kind of PhD owner get? For even begin to go do visibility story. Oh, if we need street light, if we need overpasses. No, now the people away there for don't do the job now. Now therefore can't give you budget. Period. Car with budget and tell me in a house so amount it will cost for make so many overpasses and some amount of like street lights in so places, in these places. Car with them. Period. And then you begin the job, then give you the contract. Stop wasting money. Anyway, now I don't know more I want to say about anything than this. Today I be want to talk about the willpower, the importance of the willpower we'll get. Because for a long time now Sierra Leone with it every time, you know, because of certain things the way they happen, you know, with the complain really feel angry about things, and then you find out say, oh man, it look like say there's no way. So we conclude say now God no more go help we. So I want Lord we understand this. The willpower way we get, God give me for free. And the only thing that they interfere with her. Now make anybody way plan for do bad. You feel say God not get the power for stop him. He get the authority, he get the power for stop you. But now the very God waiting in been don't say, not to lie pussy. He give we that willpower. They even for serve him, he say a choice. So you need for use your will, your power, say yes, I will worship him. If you don't want worship, I not care. You want you be Catholic 59, he not care. Because he give you that willpower. So we need for know that the young people, naturally, we need for begin for notice say the willpower for Lord we make decision and do some things, not to God go can do for we. You know, so Lord we begin for come on from the idea say now God no more go help we. Lord we begin use we willpower because certain things and the way we able for do, you know, where we able for do, we need for do them. Again, just like how the European Union and they tell we governments now, let them stop for talk and do something. Again, you know, nonsense. You just they talk, you get the willpower, then don't give you the resources. What is the weight? What is the weight? Can you imagine if you did run 100 4 by 100 relay, you know, when I don't team up, the first one don't come, it don't can give you the baton. They use you begin for look around. Oh, let's see for if really misstep them will be nice. You know, let's plan for how. But I tell you, they know. Then they happen right now to Sierra Leone. How do we surround this? You know, this is the reason why you feel say Ghana attractive to Americans. Why? Ghana attractive to Americans because any side development now they people and they run go returnees. You know We been get more people away than left Sierra Leone shores for come overseas as slaves. Then they even talk about Sierra Leone all the time. Nagana, Nagana. Why? Because now they way then go, then see shine, then see places for visit, then see places for where would they be in? Then don't give you the baton, the field, it's paved, for run tracks. Then don't give you the baton, you get the shoes on. And like the money way then they give in our shoes, the baton is they. You they see. What else you they wait? Now for run. So anyway, we willpower now we need for use for do things the way we want for do. And how this they happen, just like how we say faith, they come inside you as you they hear things over and over and over. Now so you fit the bill. Before I begin listening to Sierra Network, I've been listening to other things. But before I begin listening, if I be turn on the next day, triple A no day. Oh, what happened today? Oh, well, maybe next week. I come back, it did it. Then I take another 2 days. By the time they know that routine, they don't die because the rituals for let you continue for do something now that routine they did. So do we have? I want we find a routine anytime they end we program now Sierra Network. Lord be end them on a positive note for the youth there. I know say there's a ritual now for let people that listen to this. If I let you go sleep with some good message inside you that there is hope. Lord, we begin for program with the will power of we young people and that we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. This is the reason why they get good coach them. Coach not they go inside the ball game and play for you, but it they give you coaching for let you get it builds you willpower. Say yes, you're capable of doing this. You're capable. Just like how that other person way you they play against the capable, you say you're capable. So go and work hard and push. So as we they continue for finding negativity and other things that we will really discourage about, Lord, we end up on a strong note. Say, young people, you still get the authority for make decisions where it will better your life, your family, your community, your country, and the world as a whole. So therefore, continue for push, regardless. Nobody know they win a race where they press hard. Nobody. Even who you say both way now be the best guy. It they practice every day. That it willpower. Now so it a muscle it willpower. Now so it energize it willpower. So that when the test come, it will continue for press on. It get the hope. Say it will continue for conquer. As we they continue for unravel the things that way they hamper with development of the country, Lord, we end on a strong note that there is still hope for the young generation. And how that hope will be solidified. Now, Lord, we use we willpower for say, no, this not the just end now. This not to the end. We're capable of doing it. We were capable of doing it. If they're not doing, we were capable. And Lord, we find way how we will continue for praise. Ladies and gentlemen, it not they just happen at the bigger stage. Continue, do and force now your house. You the beginner now your house, now you school, now you any what say you defend yourself. Not wait for the big one. The scripture they will say if they give you the small one for let you do better till you not able manager. How then go give you the big one? So begin for do the small one first. Now you aim, now you house, now you life. By the time they know, now so then they trust you for the big one. Thank you so much, Triple A. I really appreciate that. What you they do for simplify things and for we people them will continue for go on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, caller, I live on air. You name and say the call from, please.
Hey, I think I'm in the last one. Triple A. This now Omar from LA.
Get the platform, sir.
Well, Triple A. We know the time for talk. First of all, waiting that lady talk, Miss FCM. I mean, a disgrace. It can't happen now, say nobody not for walk around corner to the smell mortal man body. That's not the right way for treat a human being. That's not the right way for treat human being. The people that don't die, let them bear them with dignity. If nobody not come up for them, if nobody not come out for them body, that's okay. When I find we want to go bury them, but when I not left, they say them body they rotten. And the same minister who in the same face, where the same face right now, I not be the minister. They don't say the machine bad. Now people on body then go for the smell. Anybody they walk past corner of the hole in nose before they know say machine be done for it. What a life. You know. So me they come back to this guy, just like putting the man from Minnesota with the man from uh, Portland or Oregon to the top. You know, this is crazy. This guy with the hand over guarantee to Bio, that guy is sick. Now the same guy that they will like we say, the end of December, then they come up with news regarding the bridge, right?
Yeah.
In Okai, pass on the Siamaxo. So you be they say, hey, we'll be the talk, where the bridge, where the flour mill. You really feel say that thing and the way hand over give that guy this to nothing they would go for do. Me I dey put money right now. You feel say nothing they would go for do. That not over me the body. They not get no intention. Even if United Nations or EU they can't give them 1 trillion right now. Be the shape among them. They're not get no. If then people have been get any intention for do anything, then for don't at least now 3 years now they don't do. Then for don't do one thing at least. If now toilets are for the peace part, now beach them for don't bill. Name me anything when them people that don't bill in the 3 years where they don't sit down. Just name one thing that this thing 9 trillion government do out of the cover where they take money out of taxpayers' money and bill. Let anybody name me just one. So all I tell the guy said that guy he fight money. Bill create that office there for him for let money. Now that Bill I work that. Now that honest commercial they do. Then they create office for them cabana for let them eat money. Just the quoting that me man the talk. We don't need PhD for no say we need overpass. Go bring the construction company, let them tell you say, okay, we need 10 bags cement here, this, that, all this they cost $10. But why we need somebody with PhD? We get engineers in a salon who don't even know how to build road from the bathroom to the bedroom, but they call themselves civil engineers. We get them, they sit on there for each money. They're not ready. They're not nothing. I mean, we all sit down now, we'll be talk about APC. But at least do something, do one thing. If not offensive, go put us aside. Say the money will be the get out like this. Because everything what they don't do like either EU, DV, this, that, this, now they don't know the do. Nothing all day where them will talk say out of the money will be taken a taxpayer they hand. Yeah, they see it all the time. Los Angeles, you they drive around, you they see freeway or anything, you they see the sign say your taxpayer dollar is at work. Show me sign that Freetown will say your taxpayer Leone is at work. Show me. They're going to help me, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Umar. Yes, caller, 11 here. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Yeah, this is Mike from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get the platform, sir.
Umar, not at it, man. Not to hear so Thursday, me to talk about the overhead light and traffic light. All of a sudden, then can't pay.
When I don't cancel now. I don't cancel.
So I don't tell you, man. Anyway, listen to me, man. Then they come with a fake plan, then. I got a fake. I tell you, Lunga Bridge, they're not a bill. They don't even get money for that. Yeah? All the thing when they talk to us was, and then they be nothing. They don't even get enough money for pay people in other country. Me, I want to ask, Ben careful like this, no? You did it? But you have them bomb back corruption where they go on. You don't do okay again. You ain't doing job again. You don't forget. It's alone. But the other thing about Connaught Hospital, right? You see Connaught Hospital. I want to ask you now. They 80 body there where they go bear. Who say pull them body then they? Now I want to ask who say pull them body then where go bear? Huh? Where Connaught they smell so? Who say them body then they come out? Who say them body they come out? Who I go put them in there? Country city there, lights no day. Generator no better generator no dey na that corner today for keep them body then they let them cool. Better generator no dey. Where they buy fuel? Gloves no dey. Tools no dey na that corner na that mortuary dey. Them people wey dey na manage them money they manage. Government no dey provide nothing at that place dey. The Minister of Health, like complete trash na that country dey. Minister of Energy, na trash, na complete trash. You know, only people they just dey eat money. What did they do? Why lights no dey? Big hospital and they why you no go put solar system na the hospital and they so the hospital they go be dependent. They no go depend on the city for light. People they no get brain bar. What did they pay them for? What did they pay them for that country? Why presidentbio they pay them people there? You know, they go say, oh, the minister can at the place they smell. But the minister no say light no they can at the place there. Yeah, I don't understand. The Minister of Energy no say light no there. They don't say problem then at that place there. I don't understand this minister there. And they don't know say the place no even they go put somebody new there. It possibly still go get problem because nothing no there. They don't know that there. Like many people here, what's the name keep pull them back? What's the name they pull them people here? Why be say the hospital they don't get nothing? What when can just order one container of things and I go supply the hospital? They don't even think about that day. People not thinking no day about them people here. I don't know how they expect for run a country. What they say when they put them before, they know they think. You know, Salon, man, Salon, we need some great thinkers, man. We need great thinkers who will be able to develop the country. Because nobody know it. We don't get leader there. Now, there's also politician there. And only politician there. Now, either then they for per diem. Now, per diem, that's also per diem business they per diem for go eat money. So per diem business for eat money. Everybody, they not come for can develop nothing, man. They know they build nothing for now. Yeah, nothing. They know they build for now. When I better hold on to this 2021. When I go suffer under, man. You see how people run away from Salon for go strike somewhere else. Because what's the option? Either you Salon you suffer or you go try for strike somewhere else, you know. Better option not in a Salon. I mean come on, you go and die so you go and suffer so in other man country, you know. It's just terrible, man. We leader then terrible. A terrible leader they will get at that country. They know they think for the people and try for small country like that, they're not able to develop the country. They're not able. Because all they want to do now for thief and enjoy themselves. And that's my contribution, Andy.
Thank you very much, Mike. Okay, this is another text. I send the link inside Ghana President Nana Akufo-Addo say, you know, they ship again the cocoa to Switzerland. Okay. Then in the ask a question, he say China's King Ho mining, they take we own Tonkolile iron ore mining operation from Saloon. He say, how will they act this kind of way like that and no get sense? Will they make like China ship with minerals them out of Sierra Leone? Then Sierra Leone in turn import iron ore steel with very expensive, high cost. He say even Guinea, they do better than we. The people that way they lead we, they not get sense. The people that way don't they lead we, not get sense. Sierra Leone, I been they talk something about the fire incident where happen, where fire force not being able for reach there because waiting do the people then go bill. There is no access for motorcar. We sabi boko community them where people then bill motorcar access no did. But when they put up their structures, and they know to be problem. If it's cement, then they turn and down, people are in totes. And they pay the money they in totes because we think do a shelter I want outside for laying head. But you forget say in case of emergency. Salon people like Salon government. Whatever will they do, we not remember in case of emergency. Now we need a now. We able for do that now, and that's it. In case of emergency, waiting now you emergency plan. Even we would in a we get waiting and call fire drill. Also, do you ask me ba? Then offices, then the banks, the whatever, then a salon. If they don't ever do fire drill, I don't know. That not takes in. Sometimes you know one. Who side people and they go like you building? Have they ever done fire drill? Me not ever meet up and I don't go you building, not to 1 not to 210. But I not ever meet up then do fire drill it. Waiting do. There should be an emergency plan for anything. Even in your own your own life. You forget backup. You for plan what if. I know the politicians then get a what if they. What if then people are no vote for you back. Waiting them plan for do the sabi dandy. I'm talking about things them we will do. We will think say for make the country better. For make we self your own life better. Because we get this idea for say, oh, born boku picking, you don't know so I'm for can better you tomorrow. Oh, that kind of talk, not that what if do. No. Not at all. Me, I don't mention I say even me own body, I get fire extinguisher the whole. And the possibility I show out for user. I get emergency exits. Some host then day, some building then day in a salon. How you go inside and so you come out in a door. There's no emergency exit. How you go inside and so you come out a door. Always think about what if. Look the good, all the goodies, and what if? Also, so I think say that one day nine we lack. And that critical thinking. On one side. Another thing we don't talk now about integrity. There's this lady, I don't know if you know the follower on YouTube. I think she's worth following. Na somebody we born Naya, or I mean at the diaspora, at the UK to be precise. He gets a YouTube channel. I just look for the name again. I think Kopanga Kamara. And if they talk about the experience, you know when people can talk say, oh, not send Peking go Africa, we send and go Africa and they go well. Yeah? He do an entire series where they talk about in people that make the decision for send and go salon, and that one day na him make him who that he be today. Yes, Hopanda, Hopandah, Kamara, na the last name. Hopandah. I get a YouTube channel. He said, why I get sent to Africa. I put Sierra Leone in brackets. Listen to his story. When I listen to his story with Iggy, a lot of things come to mind where I feel say, we have work to do in Sierra Leone. After I don't listen to and done, I was like, you know what, man, salon. Okay, okay. Seriously. Okay, just few pointers where I get from watching her video. Okay. In say na bully them be the bully am na the UK. So it be the vex because then they call them names. Because na possible no get small body, he get body. So waiting happen, but it be end up in people and decide now say for send and go salon. Because even in teacher don't say na jail go end up. A girl picking, a jail go end up because it be the fet. And send and go salon, he end up sign a Harvard. Harvard na didn't send them. But the experience we explain we get in Harvard, I think we have to start working on our kids in Sierra Leone. We have to begin work now picking them. I don't know if na the way how would they bring up with picking them. Now they make picking them not they talk to. They know they talk to. Picking them. Is it not the cane then can afraid? As opposed to picking them na the west na yes. Picking them then go waiting safe but then not get fear for tell you waiting and think. Whereas in Africa, you dare not. Yeah? It says something happen. Something happen na Harvard school. One incident be deep. I think they begin and drink something on the side and jack. And because of we in don't can at the school, in don't send in standard, they know say how I feel and so they talk, they hide them. Get they tell you the way it is. Then call her. They say, come, this time come on England come. They lie. They say na no more they don't beat. No more they don't beat. Then beat all the other people will be involved in that particular incident today. That's a one for me. He say, say, then get them 3 day where na prefect in don't sweep, then they go in mass, they got a ibdot the back. Now he say, la, they do. And can't go then beat and they can't go to the highest rank na Harvard today. He say, talk and say, una go beat me no more, una go kill me no more today, but me, I know the do. Because waiting do, I be don't do na inka massa. That incident, they feel say, you feel say na the first time that person they do. No, not to the first time. Not to the first time he do am. But he get somebody will stand up to ram. Waiting do. I want to believe say na be the upbringing. There's no debate for say some ways then they way the upbringing the way they na is different from the one in Africa and this and that. But I think say from small we don't begin groom we picking them for fail. Not everybody, but we're just talking in a perspective. He say when they in a class, the teacher come, he say let them give 10,000, he no go give assignment or he no go give test. He say now he put your hand up in now he say, me, I want the test. He say everybody look at like say, wait till you deeper. You no go just pay the 10,000 and forget about the thing. But he say because he want the test, because he want testing safe for see whose side he weak and whose side na strong hold them by the subject. Which na so is supposed for be. But all the one then at the class hate on him because waiting do then think say he no want pay the money, he just want for take the test. But they don't think beyond say waiting at the reason for the test. The reason for the test now for test your ability. The teacher don't teach te. You want to know now waiting at the strength. Also you wait you don't learn, wait you don't sabi. He say bigger teacher would they get a minus. Minus all, -1, -2, minus waiting. But after watching the video, I was like, Salon, we get hook. We really get hook. Indeed. Because the kind of critical thinking, we don't have it. But we get Usai for play for mix pepper pan. Other things them for take to la mix some for mix things them for make money we sabi. Now we don't have mix kerosene, diesel and petrol now government innovating well na one price. They all na one price. Waiting do because we mix. So not of us say we not get the ability, But we choose for they do the wrong things. We choose for Usai we for think fast and think say this one go hurt the country, this one go hurt me generation. We not get that one day. Now I talk say because of the bad lights we meet again and lights the day, but you know they put on me air condition, so I get for the light generator. The next door neighbor we rent. I'm trying to get to because the next door to now somebody in the diaspora na in day, but they rent them back place. In the grumble say, look at this. Every night the light generator. Or you think say, I am so happy for they buy fuel for light generator. Na net, we light today. You don't even process it. No, maybe something. No, they think critically. Say, what if I do this? Waiting will be the outcome. We not get that for member. Why? Hi. You judge say, not of us say they not get sense so. Now wicked, nine them wicked. That are the politicians them. But we get work in a salon. And I feel say, then catch them when they are young. How? I know the campaign say not for beat speaking, not for this, not to that they talk. But we get for see who side we they go wrong in the way we, because I think truth and power for say waiting you want for say, if I know. Look out the chairman himself, Daniel Oldfield. Just a quick one. Waiting in get on this Slaffer issue. Yes, Daniel, you get the platform, sir.
Triple and Sierra Leoneans, Sierra Network Radio, and we all will export. I mean, we get sports as hard in Sierra Leone. It's pretty confusing. Waiting on currently is really confusing. And it puts people who will like we get sports at heart. And it puts we in some kind, I don't know, because just the other day, CAF condemned outrightly the Shaka Stevens Stadium as then disregard them, say not fit for international matches and not fit for any big time match play day. The Minister of Sports, I think the Sierra Leone Minister of Sports lash out that you don't understand Usai Soui Ibrahim Sisse or SLFA get the report there. Quite frankly, na FIFA, na CAF didn't do that. And so not to be lie, Soui Ibrahim lie. But then the minister Nyelenke in kick out, say no, not true, blah blah blah. So CAF been get time for the date, I think it was March 4, for the SLFA fan, a neutral venue for play against Benin. Benin will be the last match. So just in between, would they see a debate could already happen between FIFA, CAF, SLFA, and so the whole quagmire, it just put people upside down. Now they say they don't Isha Johansen don't become a FIFA somebody. We're not bad for the country of Sierra Leone, but a good for Isha per se. That's why I didn't even write about it, because in like Dandy, we for glad as Sierra Leoneans, we for glad. But since where Isha come, Tripoli, since where Isha take over SLFA, there has been no improvement in Sierra Leone football. Nothing personal against them, because we take over football for a country. The whole way they play, the position we don't get, the party we don't make to Fatma Samora of CAF, Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president and CAF Secretary General. Then in link, I mean FIFA Secretary General and FIFA president. Then the link way again at CAF. If we use that link, then for better salon football. But it's not that way. It's not that way at all. So now it's so confusing. Now they say unilaterally, CAF don't go around now. They don't say yes, let the stars play Now this very stadium where they don't condemn. Where some of we know say Nigeria don't oppose that stadium. The Liberia don't oppose that stadium. The other team don't come, don't condemn them. Sierra Leone footballer them, we na professional them. Then self we don't come, then they play they lock them out for no say they can come out, then they play professional, then can't scrap na that film day. Because they feel put your belong. So confusion and they are Sierra Leone football. Now I shall elevate. Now we are still Leone Stars for go play against Lesotho, such a crucial match. Don't the Lesotho game for be next week. Don't assume that they go play Tanzania. Come on, what is that? What sense does it make? They want to do the right to you. They send say the team for play. Yes, there is no problem in playing an international match or friendly, but you can do that a couple weeks before. You cannot for no reason. No, Brazil no do so. England no go do so. Germany no do so. Barcelona no go do so. Liverpool or Manchester United no get crucial match for go play Champions League. Then they go play friendly match a week before. No, it's not possible. How do you go jeopardize the player? So we don't know if the money no more they want to try for spend for cover up something because all you know what I tell you people the other day it's like I'm looking at the delegation now and go now they want to say now they go Zambia. The bottom line is Zambia not far from Lesotho, but what they need for go? I mean, you go fly go Zambia for go to waiting for go play the Zambia national team. Why don't do a month before? But just a couple days before, then after them play that, they go for go play Lesotho. Then when they play Lesotho, then they go for come back now Salona as it is for come play Benin. Come on, man, what is going on in Sierra Leone football? What the sports authorities and what the sports people? What the one they will what power will be no sports today. Alpha Coca then them man in the way side of Mansari them who side them people are there now where they want football with people and a document people and don't understand that's where they go on. Me, I'm really confused, man. Me, to say the least, I don't know. I really don't know. Because Ghana did this way, they see football, they go. For we Isha don't come, the only time as you put them with the program, they AAA, the only time when football gains sanity, where them investigate them. Let Samasi see them, lawyer Safa Abdullah, then take their own football as he can normalize sacre unilaterally. You know, even respect for tell them, thank you, sacre all. So the girl come, self-aggrandizement. Then when people are done and begin to talk about sexist, it's nothing to do with sexist. You a woman, work with man, they let them go before. But the good thing, you see, Mohamed Kalong, they congratulate him as a sportsman. We do well, glad for him. Because the people, the man, in way they fed the people, but the people and still then they can and they say thank you. So people are only join me on this talk back. Who side this? Waiting for believe now. Waiting calf say. Waiting calf no say. Who side for play this game now? The stadium we don't damage where Lesotho go down and you say Benin go there and you say that stadium they not good. Because Nigerians still don't come start to they say yes. I mean Natio been there news. Then news and they go out. So what you for do now? Lesotho we go play at Lesotho. What you got triple you self sabi about sports a place. You know to die hard sports person, but you know about sports. So how confused are we? Trust me. Let me hear from you. Maybe some people
after we I see the news, I read them.
Yes, sir.
One thing come to mind. I was thinking, say, okay, well, maybe now because we grumble about Guinea, so then go meet them back. So now you make them say, oh well, let them come play the game back. But listen, now the only 2 games now they allow we for play. We're at the 5th and the 6th game. After that, we still in at the ban list. So nothing has been fixed. And the thing here is, we now say the minister be don't tell we say $40 million now they don't get from
that's
China for can fix.
That's what I was coming at.
For can fix the stadium. Now the letter they tell we say, oh, okay, then they try for invite CAF for make CAF come watch the stadium. And I get for a small draw because waiting do. This now the government now don't try for secure a grant from China. Now China build the stadium. China say they come help we for can renovate them. So, say CAF and FIFA, they frown out government intervention. Now, Slafa don't talk, say, they want to invite them one day for camp. So, let's say now the Chinese man, they want for camp, help we come, say they want can do stadium. Slafa go get for tell and say, no, now wait first. Would they expect CAF for camp, make CAF can watch the stadium first, that CAF now can tell how for make the stadium to the standard how they want them. So, it's like, the issue
Look at all
now
this
is
committee.
still not correct. The issue now still not correct about we soccer. That man, I don't know. I don't know how they can process them. Like I said earlier, me I congratulate them. I just wish say I seen don't be FIFA member now. If he can go safe, then they not bad. Because this AB.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that, Triple A. You know, because I remember now this very program you play the interview when this guy took over, when the president appointed him as sports minister. He had an interview at what do you call it, 98.1, where they address, where he talks, the very sports minister talks, the Chinese are already here or should be around to renovate the stadium. That was like 2 years ago. With me started this very program. They are catch 98.1. I get I'm from SLBS, my own former station. Then they talk about Chinese renovating the stadium. Say 2 years now, with the aim of 40 million grants, where the Chinese don't. So how long go tell the Chinese they now say if they come? You say so. Uda they run football uda they run sports na the country na Isha Johansen because of him FIFA links or na the sports na the government of Saudi, because if then because the question Ibrahim so he talk is Ibrahim so he say not we not get na the government. It's not saying na FIFA na CAF na SLF the overhaul or what they call the stadium, because not to SLF get stadium. The stadium is owned by the Sierra Leone government and the multi-purpose place. They not make it specifically for sports because Bokoda Bokoda function and they hold at the stadium. All the Bokoda country there, yeah, they sitting there. The only thing more then they do them with responsibility. Then they do them responsibly. Would they get concerts in a Storm Stadium and concerts in the country, but then they do them the money within the raise, they go part of that money they go towards enhancing or repairing the structure. But in Sierra Leone, now the money they go in a private pocket, all man are ususu and they make. So how they tell me now say SLFA, they tell me now say if Aisha the talks now in the invite CAF people for can inspect this stadium. Whose business we CAF only did it for let the stadium, the pitch and but not the staff, not the CAF they can provide the money, now the government. So the same thing when they talk now for sure the insincerity and the confusion pan CAF and FIFA. So I mean the double standardness. The same thing in the pan makes the jail all them big man. Look you Infantini, the president for CAF, all the way left all side for then a CAF, na FIFA, na Zurich headquarters, they can monitor election. Now sort of handpicked the South African. Come on, what did happen so? They no go do so na Europe. They no do so na Europe, you know do so na South America. You know do so na North America or South there. You know go do na Asia, but now you can't do na Africa. Because they can bully. Now so the last time back then pull this Madagascar guy with them pull so well and don't boot out. Ahmad. He was kicked out, then go bring Fatma Samoa for kind of one single-handed. Come on, what is this? Then they bully Africa. Infantini, who don't you know, CAF president, FIFA president, now factually, Commodica or won the election, can't handpick because other people let them go, then let this guy go on a post. What is that? That is to show how corrupt FIFA and CAF be. So now, they don't put them straight. Now, Aisha did it now. Well, as we say, let Aisha Johansen, they don't get a bigger role now. Let use that role now for help for Sierra Leone and African football. Let let other people and can work with her. But you know the whole the FIFA thing, the whole CAF position that they set for SLF timber. No, let Fangi the one that we on now. Let other people they on, let still get it. But if they say the old under, no. Leone stars then we don't know who's telling the go, we don't know the delegation how they go. And me they insist, that money they take fly go. Not to na government money get money the elect na FIFA money, elect na let them get commentator let go with happen na Lesotho. We got commentator then we go able for translate for the people and the average man, not to pass people who they talk English. Who be the one sports and SLBS, who they run, where commentaries they go on, and they break them in back on English. People are up country, people who they know they understand English, they understand, so so they start to do, now so they artists and they do, now so they cricketer and they do. But we go no more now the next care people who then feel minister and body. Mr. Director, Executive Director, and Bobode na sports. Now they care about sports ministry. We get trained and qualified journalists. The winner they work for report and commentate sports. Please, Mr. Minister, please, SLFA and Director of Sports NSA, do wanna go na Lesotho. Please wanna include at least a broadcast journalist and a reporter from Swasa, sports writers. Please, all the other government they respect the sports writers association, except now we know they see that they happen. Mr. President, sir, during your days na we been the NPRC, una respect, una will be gone, but una still respect the sports writers. But sometimes we talk now, we talk for them because now we left them. Please, Mr. President, do you wanna listen to we? We are veteran now. Let we get at least we'll get a commentator and a sports journalist. Then we report that game there for we do. The man wouldn't declare wouldn't be entered. They not sabi not a sports reporter. Then they are not trained. They are not qualified. Then qualify for the right for owner, not for the public. We are trained to report sports, not necessarily football. So do at the appeal. This now country now we all get right for talk. That delegation the way they go. Do how big? Let them put one commentator there from SLBS. Let them put one journalist because SLBS are the station broadcaster. We need that much. The people they need for knowing they happen. You know, it's wrong. Yeah, it's absolutely wrong. Now we just do. We don't know now. All people and just take the sports now. They own it in a personal business. No, it's not. It shouldn't be like that. Sierra Leone, our country, we all get responsibility for give to the people of Sierra Leone, not to self-aggrandizement. If Isha Johansen don't get that position, then congratulations to him. Kudos to him. Kudos to Sierra Leone. But please, let give it to other people. Let hold that position there with now FIFA and CAF, and let give it. Let SLFA on the election. Let the rightful people and candidate and can still work. Now me don't take with triple A. Then you know that, I don't know if you added it before I talk about sport, but cycling. Yeah, then fortunately I get Magdalene Skone, we journalist lady, instead of don't get blog again, you know, radio station. They do well instead they try. And in Australia, they didn't get some instead talk on this very tool they talk to. And we talk about the cycling association. We see a young man where I think say he gets a team now McKinney at the north. Where they do very, very well. I think say girl, the boy, I no member in name again, but I listen to the program because I've been there on this movement, moving to my new place. So I really where the guy they talk about in plans and he gets a connection at the United States when then they sort of sponsor him. And they get bikes them from America for both men and women. I see the picking, they're all well dressed. Would they hope no more say when one starting they don't gain fusion, AAA, I repeat, when one start body don't come with that organization, they where people and they sponsor them, we take national, we go don't come to the national limelight, let people no go boycott, let them no go torpedo the boy. Because we don't they don't happen several times once we've been doing the AAA go carry a own program, then a lot of go carry program go. As they reach them up on the national level where they don't begin gaining prominence, then begin talking na government business, that government business. But then left for no say that person I don't go find in connection for the cycling. I don't go because cycling in the die. Them but them Pessima they open the cycle today. Abu Big Foot there. I don't know what the last time they seen picture 60 quarter. I don't die Lego gang good. Now, of course we been get Winston Weber, Crowder. We said in the do well. They said so. Then said in the get confusion. We hope see. This time around, that boy do with the McKinney or the northern province, so don't begin so for enhanced cycling because now there are lots of sports disciplines in Sierra Leone, not necessarily football as they say, program after program. They will say kudos to this young man with the trial for a sort of uplift the cyclists in the side of Sierra Leone. Do let the sports ministry let them encourage them instead of them go pull the program now. Let them encourage demand. So other people then too we get connection abroad, then go able themselves go able for bring other sports discipline and come to the limelight. The same applies to cricket. Would they see where the second big man Bones Coker, we see himself forgive booster to the cricketer then. He put 100,000, he put money for entice the batsman, and because then they only do them for sort of motivate the cricketers them. And I see once thank you to Mr. Bones Cooker for what you do for sort of motivate the body. That's what the cricketer and the bat. You know, so we bat well, 100,000 day for you. The other man, the bowler, then say get 50,000. At least it's small, but not to the money, not to the amount, that the gesture. So this is all we under the government. The sports minister, if you listen to me, do you want them to go na the sports, na the cricket pitch? Go look like Kintom, both PO and police field. Let's see how in the practice, how in the train for go abroad. But everything's centered around football. No, sir, no right. You, Mr. Executive Director, Dr. Kenneth Brahma, please, when take them on go na the other disciplines, outside they play cricket and boxing and outside they do weightlifting. No, go see what's in the happen. On let me focus on the number of football. People next week we will get more and we will decide, we will know something we don't go Lesotho, but we no go left for appeal. Say, there has to be a sports reporter, there has to be a sports commentator this Lesotho match because it's so important leading to the last match where they can take place now to the inside salon. That's why I go round up today. Once again, congratulations to Madam Isha Johansen for in sort of elevation. But please, Madam Isha, left that position now. That president in the SLFA left and allow that people in Canada you can still support through FIFA and CAF. That's why they round up. God bless all people.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Well, that's not Daniel Oldfield. You know, Salon Sport, eh? I don't know. Salon Sport. Hey, Papa God. Help me. Alright. We say thanks to Daniel. We don't come to the end of today. I think few messages do we have. Let me see. Because the other issue safe. Some angle if you say. Let's see if we get a few message. Okay, Eric George Wabi they talk about the training, the picking the upbringing. They say not to beat the men picking. He say that the relationship and the communication with you picking. Now ain't go able for make you picking. Go for be somebody. Okay. I think there's something we really, really careful think about because we get for like you say catch them when they are young, but we get work for do. I'm serious. Okay, before I go, one more thing. That I not be talking about yesterday. No disrespect, yeah. When me return salon, as at right now, it's difficult for me for eat street food na salon. Before me we left salon, it was fun. We dey buy bread and fry. I been fun back then. But my dear, because of hygiene, it's a difficult one. I make I say no disrespect. You know why I say so? Because la lefa. La just left and so. La left and so, yeah? La lefa. But it's difficult anyway. Due to hygiene purposes. Difficult now. I don't know for you, I don't know for other people. Yes, the can is different and the burn and the fire and all them things same. But specifically bread and fry. We before before we left salon, I've been fun. But now because of hygiene, we water no day, anything and no day. The question first before you buy a ticket. The question. Even I think that was the reason we go Bo and Kenema Jala. We eat na the restaurant. The college gets restaurant, so now they'll be the eat. even we go back it was difficult for me for going to Chris place. I was like, I don't know. So I do attack out. So so I make friend like the plaza where at the end of the day it's not been fine anyway. But it's difficult now though. Because but but we think I say people we hear soap now for talk no lefa and no more. Lefa. Yeah? It's subscribe to Explore with Tripoli. You will see the other beautiful side of Sierra Leone, yeah? Alright. All the fault in for today. We don't try for this week. We hope say the saloon where we all want. We'll go get them. We are hopeful. We'll take a rest tomorrow. We'll come back on Monday. Like I said, now we wait for some anti-corruption go here. Sometimes then go here, then come with a press briefing. But definitely, we're going to find time. We're going to find time for come with the public notice on Parliament. Hey, Judge say beware of dog meat. Well, I talk more. Okay. I don't know so I see them say dog meat in a salon. Because suppose you know they eat some. I think that. Because dog meat to not dog meat to I don't know. I think the provinces can get point for proof back 2021. Because 2020. 2020 no. But then your point for proof is 2021. But we'll find out. We'll find out and see what's in the day for we. Like I said, we go there back on Monday. I will continue for keep we safe. And some of we people them only they see ya. We hope say then they do well. We hope say God go continue there and then keep safe. Is it Almami yesterday? We say him be contract the virus. We pray say go team up strong. Go team up strong. Back again within 2 feet. Having to live. Alright. Till we meet again on Monday, Triple say, Tata.